Okay, now we have the sink clean. You can see that I have cleaned this up here really good, and it's also clean underneath. We're going to take the top piece of the basket strainer that we put putty on earlier, and all we're going to do is we're going to sit this down in here. I also want to say that we're going to try to keep this drain in the center of this hole. So that's going to be my job up here. So what you do is you just press this down, and you see how that putty's kind of oozing out. That's what you want to do. And then you're going to get whatever mechanism, whatever tool that you want to hold the drain into place. I'm going to use the screwdrivers.
Okay, you ready up there?
I think I am.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get our gasket with the Teflon sealant towards the sink and put that up there. And then we're going to make sure that we have our friction washer next. That is going to keep that gasket from spinning, which on a cup strainer, that's almost impossible. Then we're going to put our cup up there, and then we're going to get the nut that tightens the cup up. So like Renee was saying earlier, when you tighten this nut, it's just pushing that cup straight up, and it's going to squeeze that putty out from the top, and that's what's going to make the joint. Hopefully you guys can see it. I've got my arms out of the way, and just going to tighten that nut. They actually make a cool little tool for this, but I just prefer channel locks because that's how I've been doing it for decades.
Because you're old school, aren't you, honey?
Yeah, I guess you could phrase it like that. How are we looking up there?
You're looking good.
So Renee is going to make sure before we get super tight that that thing is centering the hole. And
yeah.
All right, so you ready to keep going? Yep. All right. Okay, that seems very tight.
Okay, Joe's tightened underneath, and you can see where we have excess putty here. I just like to take the corner of my screwdriver and gently go around the drain and get the rest of that putty off. You know, you don't want to scratch your sink or your drain. You just got to be a little bit careful. Sometimes I take my fingernail and just go around it like that.
Okay, so we're ready to put everything back together. And also make sure that you guys know to use this top hat washer. If you don't use this, you're definitely going to have a leak at that joint. So the top hat washer goes on top of the tailpiece. And then you're just going to take your nut and tighten it on there. Really easy, not much to that. Take some channel locks and maybe turn that, snug it up just a hair. And then we've already got our nut and ferrule on our tailpiece. We'll slide this back, slide this up, and slide our trap up in here. And let's make sure that you see this ferrule has to be with the beveled side down towards the joint. If you have this upside down, you're probably going to have a leak. And lots of times these little ferrules will split or crack, and that will also cause that joint to leak. So we're going to slide this ferrule back down and snug this up. And then we're going to take our trap nut right here. And you see we got a little bit of pipe dope on that joint. I always like to dope these joints because they constantly hold water. And we're going to try to get this nut.
Sometimes you just got to hold your mouth just right, honey?
Mm-hmm. And we're going to get that nut back on there. We're going to push this nut back. So I kind of like to snug all this stuff up a little bit individually and get each one snug and then go back and really tighten them up one at a time, because if you get one super tight first before you snug the other ones, it might pull the other joints off a little bit and make the other nuts really hard to start. So that's the way that I do it. So we'll go back and just Kind of tighten these up with channel locks a little bit.
Just like a quarter turn. It doesn't have to be super tight, or you'll crack that ferrule, or you'll crack the nut.
And that's all there is to it, except for the test.
Okay, now we have our new basket strainer all in. It's time for the test. So we've put water in the sink and we've let it sit here a few minutes. So we're going to pop the stopper, and then we're going to go underneath. And while the water was sitting, this is where you're going to, if you're going to have a leak, it's going to be leaking right here at this gasket. But the other common places that there could be leaks is here at this nut or these. So you just really want to pay really close attention to these areas. But looks like we did a good job, honey. As you can see, sometimes plumbing just don't go as smoothly as you would hope. But if you found this video helpful, please be sure to give us a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.